All right, so the plan is I'm supposed to lead 25 minutes of meditation on emptiness, and then after that we do Hayagriva protector prayers, okay, till 6:10. So to lead a meditation on emptiness in 20 minutes is a bit difficult, you know. Especially because, and for new people, we don't have yet enough information to meditate on emptiness. No, we would need more explanation. However, I thought maybe you see, normally one starts with refuge, bodhicitta, 7-limb prayer to the Guru, and then one absorbs the Guru in the heart, and then one meditates a little bit on the conventional nature of the mind, you know, and then within that space, one lets the object of refutation arise, you know, the inherent existent I, and then one uses one of the reasonings, you know, to realize the emptiness of that I, and then one focus on that emptiness of that I, or that false I, and from within that then the real I reveal itself, you know, the merely label I. So in order to experience the merely label I, you have to realize that the inherently existent I is a hallucination, it doesn't exist. So to do so, you have actually to go very, very slowly. And at each stage, you have to be very clear what you try to see. So I thought maybe for a little bit, we're going to chant the mantra of the Prajna Paramita, Tayata Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhisoha. So we chant it 3 times, and at the end of the 3rd repetition, we say Soha, you know, and then you stay in that space, you know, that space where you try to recognize your clear and knowing nature of the mind. And we stop there for a few minutes. You see, these retreats, they can be quite intense. We do a lot of prayer, a lot of purification, we get a lot of information. And we need to balance that sometimes with a little bit of a break. You know, let the mind rest in its own nature, so that, you know, something can reveal itself. So we do that for 5 minutes, and then I explain something about how to meditate on emptiness, okay? So sit comfortably, relaxed. So this meditation on Gate Gate, Lama Yeshe used to do this meditation. So try to put your attention at the level of your heart, mind, and then you expand your mind, you know, with the sound, the vibration, and you just rest in your own mind. Tayata Gate paragati, parasamgati, bodhiso, tayata, gati, gati, paragati, parasamgati, bodhiso, tayata, gati, gati, paragati, parasamgati, bodhiso. Now visualize the word T, T-E-A, or in your own language, whatever that is. And then focus on the letter T. So there appear to be a T there, a letter T there in front of you. And it appears to exist from his own side there. That it exists innately there. So this is called the object of refutation. So these three terms, it's very good to learn them. So there appear to be a T there in front of you on the piece of paper or in your visualization. So this way of meditation is one way Lama Zopa Rinpoche introduces us to meditate on emptiness. So there appear to be a T there in front of you. But in reality, there is only two strokes. There's the horizontal one and the vertical one. So switch your mind on. You look at the T, but instead of seeing a T, you see two strokes, two separate, strokes. So this is called the basis of designation. And then the third way this T can appear, T is merely labeled by your mind from the side of the subject. You project T on these two strokes. So your mind projects on these two bars T. So this would be the merely labeled T. So the T can appear to you in three ways. It can appear existing from his own side. Like when you look at a piece of paper and there's a word there, the T appears to be there on the piece of paper. It doesn't come from your mind, it appears innately to be on the piece of paper. So that's what's wrong. That's the object we refute, you see. If the T exists from his own side, he can be beautiful, he can be ugly from his own side, we can like it, dislike it. So all our mental affliction arise from that view of seeing the T from his own side. But does it exist like that? Can you find the T there on the piece of paper or in your visualization? Can you find the T in the horizontal bar, in the vertical bar, or separate from these two strokes? Where is the T there? You see, innately there appears to be a T there. But when you inquire, where is the T? It's not in the horizontal bar, nor in the vertical, nor separate. The more difficult aspect is, are the two bars together the T? The two bars together are just two bars together. Is the mind that projects T on that base. So how the T actually exists in this interdependent way. You see, you have these two bars, the horizontal, vertical one, and your mind labels T on these two bars. It's interdependent. You see, the base and the mind that labels. So the T exists from the side of the mind. The mind imputes, labels T on these two bars. So you have to learn, you see, to quieten down your mind and get these three ways the T can appear. Spontaneously, it appears to be out there. You know, if you turn your head, you look at some advertising, neon, you know, it looks the T is there. Or you look at a piece of paper, there's a word with T in it, the T appears to be there from his own side. It doesn't come from your mind labeling it T. It's there innately on the piece of paper. So that's the wrong view, you see. So there's no T there on these two bars. So that's the emptiness of the inherent existent T. So emptiness is your mind not finding the T on these two strokes. It's the absence of a T there. And then how it really exists? As a mere imputation by the mind, a mere designation on these two strokes. So if you get these three state of mind or these three way of perceiving the T, you can applying that same meditation to any object. So now observe your mind. So you sit here with your body and your mind, your awareness. And there might be some sensation, you know, and there might be some discernment, some mental activity. So this body, mind, sensation, discernment, mental activity, this is the base of labeling, like the two strokes of the T. So on that base, we merely label I, like we label T on the two strokes. So that's how the I exists, as a mere imputation on the base of the body and mind, in this interdependent way. But if you observe, there's another I in there. that appear to exist from his own side. Like there appear to be a T on the two strokes, there appear to be an I within this body-mind that exists from his own side. So if you think of Rene, you think, oh, Rene is sitting there. No? Or you say your name, I'm sitting here. You can pinpoint somewhere. Me. As if it were something findable from the side of the object. But this me, you cannot find it within the body or within the mind, and nor separate. You have to go very slowly. You have to observe. You see, there's the body. Feel your body. And then is the mind. Mind, you can include sensation, discernment, mental event, thoughts, emotion. Sixth sense consciousness. On that base, we label me on the base of the body and this mind. We label me. And that's valid. But for us, there's something more there. And that more there is not there all the time. You see, if you do calm abiding, so you focus on the body, on the mind. If you make your mind still, at that moment the I becomes subliminal. He hides, like Lama Yeshe would say. Yet if you relax your concentration, then he naturally comes up again. Your normal personality, your normal way of thinking. There appears to be an I, a me, that thinks. And that me appears to be there somewhere from his own side. And that me, you don't find it anywhere. Within your body or your stream of consciousness. So the absence of that I is the emptiness of the I. And then when you don't focus on that emptiness, you realize how you really exist as a mere designation on the body-mind. So it's a very spacious feeling. The I that exists is very spacious. The I that appears to exist from his own side is quite heavy. So these are the three things that you have to become acquainted with when you meditate on emptiness. The I that appears to exist from his own side. So you have to recognize within your meditation, there appears to be an I there from his own side, within my body-mind space. And then you have to recognize the basis of designation. So your body, with its skeleton, muscle, organs, and so forth. And then mind, whatever for you your understanding of mind is, whether you want to focus on the four aggregates, if you know that, or simply mind, awareness and thought and emotion. So that's the base of labeling. And then the I that exists in this interdependent way. So the mind merely labels I onto the body-mind. There's no I in there. but that I exist, but it's not in there. All right, that's all. You see, with this meditation, when we study about emptiness and we hear teaching about emptiness, we hear different things from many different sources, and it chips away gradually at our mistaken view, and gradually we get a clear understanding, So here there's many people presenting views about emptiness according to their study and experience. So each presentation chips away at our ignorance, and gradually over the years it becomes clearer and clearer. So I hope I didn't create more confusion, We have enough of that already, right? Okay, thank you so much. So now someone is going to lead the prayer.